At Georgetown, we learn a lot about government and social issues. But what do we really know about affirmative action and how it affects us at Georgetown? We took to Red Square to find out.
I think like affirmative action is when a college actively seeks to bring in diversity to its university, to bring in people from walks of life that wouldn't otherwise have been represented as strongly in the college.
I guess I would describe affirmative action as being something that's put in place to kind of aid people who haven't always had like the same opportunities as others in this country.
I would define affirmative action as a process in which if you apply to an organization, school, etc., if you could define yourself under X criteria, and the way the process works, people that fall under X criteria automatically get in, and that would be affirmative action.
There's a lot of really hot topic issues with affirmative action, like should there be racial quotas, should there be gender quotas, etc. But I think, in and of itself, I think affirmative action is a good thing because, like I said, it brings in people from walks of life that most students might not have, been around and interacted with. So in that respect, it's a good thing. Sometimes it gets put under a microscope too much and focused, like, oh, well, there was only this many people, only that many people.
Yeah, I believe in the use of affirmative action, but I feel like in some places it might be used to, I don't know, to keep other people from achieving things that they want to achieve, which I don't think is fair. I think that it should be equitable, like, across the board.
I feel like the words affirmative action in real life have a lot of different meaning for certain people. Some people think affirmative action means, oh, if you're X race, then of course you're going to get into X school. Some people think of affirmative action as, oh, if you are X race and then you have all the same merits as somebody of another race who's applying for the same position, then you'll be given preference. So, I mean, I can't really say I agree with affirmative action because I feel like there's too many definitions of it to be like yes or no. It's not black and white.
Affirmative action is defined as any measure that permits the consideration of race, national origin, sex, or disability along with other criteria to provide opportunities to individuals who have either historically or actually been denied those opportunities, and or to prevent the recurrence of future discrimination.
We've just gotten a copy of this decision. It appears, based on this decision, the Supreme Court is not issuing a sweeping ruling limiting affirmative action in college admissions. Of course, this was one of the most closely watched cases of the term. The question it presented was whether or not colleges and universities could continue using race as a factor in their admissions decisions in order to get a more diverse student body. Many people had been concerned on the other side that the justices would use this case to issue a broad ruling saying race was never permissible. But today the court took a more narrow view. It instead sent this case back to the appeals court for another look.
Diversity is critical to our mission as a Catholic and Jesuit university. Georgetown actually filed an amicus brief in the Fisher case because to make that argument. And this is the case we made, along with 7 other Catholic colleges and universities. Diversity, a classroom which is more diverse, is a classroom in which better education takes place because a greater diversity of opinions are expressed, different viewpoints are expressed and given. There's a more vital exchange among students and the professor in the classroom. So a classroom in which there is a more lively exchange of ideas, of diverse expressions of opinion and belief, different understandings and interpretation of texts that the course is reviewing. All this makes for a better educational experience for students and for professors in their own scholarship. But this is also a commitment the Catholic Church has made. In the Catholic experience, in our experience of education, we have always sought to bring marginal communities to the center of education as a way for those marginal communities to progress socially.
When reviewing applicants for undergraduate admissions, Georgetown University considers the whole person. We met with two officers at the office, Jaime Briseño and Christina Brown. Briseño further addressed the hotly debated topic of the box, where at Georgetown, this concept is not so important. There are other indicators, self-identifiers, that can qualify a person, and in some instances, just checking that you're Hispanic doesn't ensure that you truly speak Spanish or identify with that culture. Georgetown wants to expose each and every student to a variety of backgrounds.